going to prune back some Forsythia bushes and force them to bloom inside. Forsythia looks like this, and it's a very common shrub in New York State. One of the first to bloom in the springtime, makes nice, really pretty yellow flowers. So I'm going to take like 3-foot sections of Forsythia and cut it at an angle so that it absorbs a lot of water. And I'm going to take a bunch of branches and I'll put them in a bucket. So one of the things I'm looking for are branches with a lot of buds on them. And as it gets closer to spring, the buds are going to get really big. But right now they're kind of small. It's middle of January. So ideally you're going to cut them in January or February on a nice warm sunny day. And look for branches that have a lot of buds on them, and they'll start to get more swollen as the springtime comes, but it's okay if they're not really swollen quite yet. Note that we were working with Forsythia, but there's other kinds of shrubs and flowering trees that you can force inside. So you might have pussy willow or lilac in your backyard or available to you, so you can try those. But Forsythia works really well and it's pretty common, so that's what we're working with today. All right, so for this project, we're going to need just a couple of things. We need our Forsythia branches that we pruned. Your pruning shears, you're going to want those. It is good to figure out how to get as much water into the Forsythia as possible. So some people suggest using a hammer and pounding down the ends, and we'll do that so that you can see. You're going to need some water. Warm water is good. It helps the Forsythia to absorb the water, and a vase, something that's tall enough so that the branches won't make it tip over. Let's take a look at the Forsythia branches that we have. Okay, so we want to make sure that what we cut has a nice angled edge. Okay, and I mentioned that some people will pound the bottoms, just like that, just so it absorbs more water. And you're going to try to pull off any of the buds that are on the very bottom that's going to go into water, so it doesn't get your water all messy. You are going to want to change your water regularly because it does get kind of yucky. The last thing we're going to do is put them in our vase. And you could keep them in a bucket for a while. It's going to take them a while. It could be a week, it could be 2 months. Depends on when you've pruned them and the temperature of your house, how much sunlight, so on and so forth. But for now, we're going to put them in a vase so you can see what it looks like. You're going to want to change the water regularly. It could be every day, every other day, depending on how it looks. If it looks all murky, you're going to change it. You don't want them to be smelly, you want them to be pretty. And that's it. So you can bring them in the house, put them in a sunny location. These can go in a sunny location. And just change the water regularly, and you'll have blooms before you know it.